Hi Capricorn, it's JJ. I'm back to do your December monthly forecast. So thank you guys for joining me last month. I really appreciate it. I really didn't know if I was going to stick around up until this month, but the turnout has been great. And I've taken everything you guys have said into consideration. Naturally, thank you so much for your feedback. Of all the signs, you guys actually came back to me saying, well, you wanted feedback. Here it is. A, B, C, as structured as you guys can be, and that's exactly what you were. And as a result of this, I've decided to start with you this month, even though, funnily enough, your video didn't perform as well as others. So I'm going to take this as a bit of an experiment, still going forth with an experiment. We're going to do things a little bit differently this month. I'm going to be laying out a Celtic cross instead of relying on a more organic spread, which is how I usually tend to do my general readings. We're doing a Celtic cross, and I've already meditated on your cards. I've already shuffled your cards as well. I've already split them into three and put them back together into a deck, and all that's really left for me to do is lay out your spreads and read for you guys. So that will hopefully save you from the pain of hearing me shuffle. Some of you didn't like that, and that's fine. Some of you did, in which case, I'm sorry. You will see it again in the future, because I do believe in sticking to what makes me the most comfortable. That's also the best way I can bring you guys an accurate reading. But I figured this time around, let's try Celtic Cross, because a lot of people do enjoy Celtic Crosses. I do as well. And since we already took a look at your situation last month, which to me it seemed that you guys were focusing a lot on work, or actually were overworking, overexerting yourself, and perhaps not even getting the merits that you deserve in this case. So I'm hoping that now that we're about to enter December, it's holiday season, so there's going to be a lot of opportunity for you guys to relax, I hope, and spend some more time, quality time with family and friends. So let's see how it goes, guys. Okay, I'm going to start laying out your spreads. I hope that you'll be able to see things clearly and also hear me clearly. Again, I will work out the quirks. That's if you guys like it this way, that is. Okay, so there is obviously a central issue. This is your challenge for the month. What crosses it? What's in your head and thoughts? In your foundation, what's beneath you, and how you come to the reading on a more unconscious level. This is what's already occurred in the past position. What is to come in the more future position. And we'll start to lay out your staff spreads. Basically, this is you, in other words. Don't know if you'll be able to see this so clearly right now, but this is you, how you come to the reading, what's in your environment and affecting you in the relationship between yourself and your environment, your hopes or your fears, depending on how the card pans out with the rest of the reading, and an outcome cards. Okay, let's take a look here. Central issue here seems to be, well, lovely central issue to start off with is the Six of Cups. So very happy memories card, or someone perhaps coming back. Okay, well, we'll find out a bit more how this plays out. Crossing you here, you've got the Four of Pentacles, which, you know, can mean a variety of things. So last month the focus was on work, and Pentacles usually does take a look at career and money and basically everything that is more grounded for you guys. And this guy, you know, he's holding on to what it is that he has. He's got his guard a little bit up, securing his assets and his resources. Now, how this is crossing your central issue here being the Six of Cups could be that, well, seeing as we are coming into the holiday season, a lot of people are going to be visiting family. Family are probably going to be visiting you. Could be that you haven't seen certain family members in quite a while. If this is not pertaining to family, this is someone that you've known from childhood or even past life relationship, if you believe in that sort of stuff, of course, or even a soulmate coming back and creeping back in, someone that you've already know quite well, who might not be fully aware of your current situation, and it might very well be that you usually tend to open up perhaps, or like to open up during the holiday season. And I feel as though, the last few years, Capricorn, Uranus was all over the place in December in your sign, in the sense that a lot of surprises may have popped up for you during the holiday season. And naturally, a few fights here and there or quarrels can happen between family members, people getting a little bit too nosy, I feel. And so this month you might be coming in with your guard a little bit up, guarding yourself, your heart, and your resources. But again, we'll take a look at how this pans out for you guys. Send your mental thoughts here is the Nine of Wands, and this is very much an action-oriented card, considering that it happens to be in your mental position. Means that right now I feel you're extremely active in your thoughts as to how you would like to deal with things maybe this coming December. The Nine of Wands is also someone who I believe has his guard up, who is really protective of his house and the foundation that he or she, because gender neutral again, has built for themselves. Your foundation here is the Justice cards. So whether or not you are fully aware of this, Capricorn, you may have even come to this reading feeling that you need a sense of justice to take place. Maybe you felt that things have been rather unfair recently, and now it's time for a turn, and justice is to be served. Okay, in the recent past, this is you, Capricorn, the Devil card. In the recent past, you being yourself, working all the time, and that was a very clear theme in your November reading, that you were putting in a lot of effort into your circumstances, whether that's at the workplace or in the home or your personal projects and your hobbies, whatever it is. It could have also been, something that involved a partner as well, because here whenever the Devil card pops up, there's also emphasis, I feel, when it comes to relationships and bonds with people that might not be so healthy anymore. Some of you may have had to already in the past reevaluate your bonds with certain people, and this can also be related to business in the sense that you may be taking a look at your partnerships to see how well this has been working out for you and whether or not it has been as profitable as you would like it to be. And the Devil card comes out, this is you. It is really representing your energy, but it does mean that can also mean that there has been some overindulgence or too much reliance on something, and you have been overworking, you have been exerting yourself too much, and excessive anything in general is not going to be very healthy for you. And I think you already know this, but because you care so much about your work, you put in all the extra effort, you go the extra mile. That is your character. So I do understand this, but when the Devil card pops out, it's time for you to take a break. And I've already said this, though, in the past. Coming up into the future for you, well, it seems here that if this is not you, okay, this is a water element. The Eight of Cups can represent Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, and this is someone who's clearly walking away from a situation that's no longer serving them well. This is a person who's got a little bit fed up, especially when it comes to the emotional side of things, because Cups is an emotional suit. And this is a person who may have given importance to their work situation. Again, if this is pertaining to work, that may have given importance to their work situation and is now thinking, well, really, what has it gotten me? Where has it gotten me? How far have I gotten thus far in my career? And is it worth it? Because it's taking an emotional toll on you. So you're probably walking away from this situation, or will start to walk away from this situation. And if this is not you, this is someone else. This, if it's not you, may be a partner in business who's simply fed up for one reason or another. If someone's felt like you've been controlling the situation a bit too much, or taking things into your own hands a bit too much, or if you felt like someone has been doing this to you, well, then someone's going to be walking away from this deal. And justice does need to be served here. So I heavily feel as though it's definitely you that's been putting in more of the effort, and the partner has been doing this less so, and you feel that, well, it's not fair, I want justice now. And justice is what you're going to get, even if that means that you end up walking away from the situation. Okay. You come to this reading as the Ten of Pentacles, and this is also very much your energy, and it's an extremely successful energy. This is someone who has got their money up, or at least knows exactly where they need to go in order for their resources to become solid. The Ten of Pentacles card is also, I like to say that this is also my family business card. Again, going back to this Devil card, partnership, whether it's in the workplace or in the home place, and dealing with your own personal resources, because again, here you're guarding your resources, your money, you're even guarding your heart here. For some Capricorns, some of you may have gotten into a relationship within the actual workplace and feel that you need to do this guarding a bit more than usual. It's never easy to mix business and pleasure. And if some of you have been doing this and it resonates, do let me know. So you come to this you come to this reading feeling rather successful, feeling rather confident in your approach, or the approach that you wish to take. And you want to do this fast. With the Eight of Wands here, again, this is an action-oriented card. This is not really your energy, but this is more, this is actually everything that's happening around you in your environment is happening quite fast right now. Whether it's messages coming in, or you coming to some sort of a realization with this Justice card also, that you maybe have to walk away from a situation that's taking a mental and emotional toll on you, because this is tiring. Even though this guy is standing, and he's pretty strong, he's got a very built figure here, he's more than capable of looking after his house and his assets. No one likes to be in this situation for too long at all, so I wouldn't blame you for wanting things to move fast, and they are moving fast here in your environment. In your hopes or fears position, again, is the Eight of Pentacles. 8 is standing out quite a lot. This is the third 8 that pops out in your reading, Capricorn. And I know one other sign that had an emphasis on the number 8 last month. I don't believe it was you, but 8 seems to be a recurring theme. So the 8 of Pentacles here is someone who is hard at work and proud of their work and is focusing on their work, putting in all their time and energy into their work because they actually want to. So now I'm not entirely sure whether or not I should interpret this as a hope or a fear for you, because this is something that you've already been doing, I feel, in the past. I mean, you already come to the reading with the 10 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles is someone who's already gone through this. So it may well be that you're dreading having to enter into this state again. If you've already been spending far too much time working and you're thinking to yourself, well, if I'm going to be walking away from my current work situation and everything that I've spent so much time building to get here, I'm going to have to go through it again, aren't I? And it might be that you're thinking about this a little bit. And therefore it would make sense for this to become a fear. Otherwise, for some of you, you may be hoping that now is the right ideal time for you to break out of your current work routine and turning your attention more to your hobbies. And your hobbies can entail, maybe some of you are woodworkers, maybe some of you are jewelry makers, maybe some of you are writing a book at the moment. I don't know what it is, whatever it is that resonates with you, but hobbies do take time, they do take effort, and this person is really glad to put in the effort in this case. This is not a person who dreads over the number of hours that they have to toil at work. They're happily doing it, and they're publicly displaying their work for the entire world to see. That is in the case that this does end up being a hope. Your outcome card is actually quite interesting for me because this is, to me, the second indication, though, that this might not be entirely looking at career on its own, because the Two of Cups here is a union card. It is a divinely orchestrated union between two people that come into agreement, that are in one way or another absolutely meant to be together. And to go from this situation in the past position, the Devil card here, that reflects that there was an unhealthy, perhaps even a toxic bond between you and someone else, whether that's in the workplace or in the home. And I feel that for quite a few of you, it's a combination. It's in the workplace and the home. If a couple of you had a business partner whom you were also romantically involved with, then this does make a lot of sense to me. If you feel like you can't take the burden of mixing business and pleasure anymore, it's time to break free from this. Perhaps focus on your romantic union in the future. This card doesn't suggest that there is, career involved here. This is more focusing your time on your romantic relationship, for one. And it might be that you have to walk away from the situation at work if you want your relationship to survive. It might be that you don't need to focus too much of your time anymore on work because you've already gotten there. You're already quite comfortable. And again, family business card. So if this is talking about romance and business meshed in together, but you've been spending too much time working in the past and dedicating time to work, which I know you have, you're coming into the realization that this is what's more important right now. Family, partnerships, harmony. And that is how you can become fair. Fair on yourself and fair to the people who are around you, to the people who do love you. And this is the best way that you can show them that you love them, is by putting your guard down a little bit. With this being your challenge here, crossing this potential soulmate, that seems to be the central issue here, the soulmate, who is definitely here in your outcome cards. There is a need to moderate. When it is you put your guard up and secure your resources at work, or hold your heart tight close to your chest because you don't want people to necessarily know what it is that you're feeling. But the key here is to know when to do this and when not to do this. The key is to know also when you need to give up on a situation and walk away from it, and realize that this is not a form of weakness at all if you do this. Sometimes this is needed. You can't keep on the lookout the rest of your life. This is a person who is strong and who continues to be strong throughout their journey. So don't get me wrong there. This is in your thoughts right now. Wildly active in your thoughts. It's not a calm energy at all. It's full of life, of wanting to, of not giving up. This is definitely not a card of surrender whatsoever. But on the emotional front, it's taking a toll on you, and you might have to walk away from this. And if you don't, maybe someone will. Both ways, justice will be served. You've got justice on your side here, and it speaks loud and clear, it being one out of the two major arcanas that have popped up in your reading. I'd like to clarify the Devil cards to see where this is coming from. That's popped up. You've the Hierophant here. The Hierophant is a religious figure, so it may be that this bond that you had with a person in the past, partner or romantic partner or business partner, or a combination of those two, it wasn't working simply because it was clashing with some form of order. And it can be, again, problematic if you mix business with pleasure. So I can understand if, there is a need to focus on one and not the other, or having to choose now what is the best for you and for this other person, and the best outcome for the both of you. And we'll see. I would like to also see here if there's more to say about this Eight of Cups here. Unbelievable. Eight of Swords. 8 is officially a number that you definitely have to pay attention to. I don't think I need to emphasize this enough. 8 of Swords here. You're stuck. This is being stuck in your head. This is a mental block. You got this card actually in the mid-November reading that I did for you guys. I remember this loud and clear. This popped up actually in your future position, and again it's popping up here in your future position with the 8 of Cups. 8 of Swords here telling you, well, I remember in the mid-November reading when this came out, To me, it was you not knowing what it is that you need to do with the time off that you're about to get, that you were about to get, which you're coming into now, in December for the holiday season. Whether or not you like it, you are going to be spending some time off from work. And during this time off, I feel, in combination with this Eight of Cups, you're definitely going to be thinking about whether or not you're prepared to walk away from this work situation and how it is that you want to approach it. Is it a good idea for you to terminate your contract, for instance, now come end of year? Or are you gonna resume work in the new year? Mental hang-ups. This is very much a mental hang-ups card. But with all these eights, you are approaching an end. It's not really around the corner, but there is a real push for you to do this on the mental front, the emotional front, and in your environment. In your environment, it's already occurring. Things are moving extremely fast, and you have to pick up the pace. Things in your environment are not going to stop and wait for you to make up your mind. But of course, I completely understand. It's no easy decision that needs to be made. On the monetary front as well, whatever decision it is that you guys need to make, there is no decision card here, but I still feel this resonating really, really heavily from the previous month, that you are having you do need to make a decision between a business situation and turning to your family or a relationship of sorts. I'd like to see here whether or not this Eight of Pentacles is in relation to your desire to look at your more personal projects and focus on that for a while, which can be a nice break, of course, or if it's your fear that you're going to have to repeat the cycle again and work your way up to mastery again, even though you're already here, more or less, Capricorn. What is this Eight of Pentacles doing in Capricorn's reading? What can we say about the Eight of Pentacles here in the hopes or fears position? The Queen of Pentacles here, again reinforcing the idea that this is heavily related to your career. And the Queen of Pentacles is someone who's examining her element being a coin, the Pentacles sign, examining it very well and doing so with her full capacity, all of her resources and all of her wealth, because she is a rather wealthy person. She's come into wealth and luxury through her years of experience. She's miles away from this Eight of Pentacles. Aeons away. So I do really honestly feel now, definitely, with the Queen of Pentacles clarifying this Eight of Pentacles, that this is more of a fear for a lot of you. A fear that you're going to have to go through it all again and prove yourself all again. But I can tell you, Capricorn, that it's worth it. It's worth it. There will definitely be a renewal in your relationships if this is something that you've been suffering from. If it's something that your partner has been complaining about, like you haven't been spending enough time with them, this is something that, this is an outcome that is waiting for you, as long as you take the decision to move on. Take the decision to move on. Get through with this mental hang-up. This is temporary bondage. It might seem later on, because again, this is still in future placement. It might seem like this is not an easy thing to overcome, but that's more on you. That's something that's, that you have to deal with in your head, between yourself and you, me, myself, and I, basically. And allow yourself to see that this is a situation you can easily walk away from. You can do it. You don't have to cling on so tightly to what it is that you have now. And you do have enough. This is you, Capricorn. You'll work your way back up to this. In case you're worried that you can't, that you don't want to do it all again, you will work your way up to this. Bottom of the cup. Well, it's not really so surprising. Did I say bottom of the cup? Bottom of the deck, sorry. Three of Cups. Very beautiful energy. I expect to see this in every reading. I hope I'll see it in every reading, because this is something that everyone should be looking forward to. Christmas, New Year's, everything. Family time, time with friends. It's a time of celebration. It's a time of giving thanks. It's a time of putting all the worries behind us. Perhaps getting together our New Year's resolutions, which for you, Cappy, I really, really hope it's love and success. Give yourself a break. I know I said this last month. I'm not going to say it again. You guys know what's best for you. I'm just here to give you a reading. So I hope you enjoyed it. Do let me know if you prefer the Celtic cross spreads as opposed to how I did it last month for you. Do let me know again if you prefer to see me shuffle the cards so that you know how I got to this result. Then let me know, and I'll try to arrange that, of course, in your future readings. But for now, Capricorn, have a wonderful December. I might or might not see you mid-December, depending on the flow of energies. If I feel the need to give you another reading midway through, if it comes to me, I will do it. If you would like to see a mid-December reading come up, do let me know. I will definitely keep that in mind, of course. Have a wonderful Christmas. Happy Christmas, you guys. Or Merry Christmas, depending on where you are, of course. Happy New Year, and all the love to you. Bye.